Ito madalas itong nangyayari sa probinsya. Bentahan ng lupa na walang kasulatan. Ito pang mga klaseng transaksyon mayroong bisa. So we will discuss the case of Benedicto and Daisy Ocampo versus Nobleza, Sapad and Ernesto Batara. This case was promulgated on April 2, 2025. So, masasearch nyo naman yan sa internet. So, pwede nyo i-type GR number 256343 or type nyo tong case. So, tapusin nyo tong video para malaman nyo yung exact facts. Bakit dito nanalo ang buyers? Just a reminder, this video is for academic discussion purposes only. Do not treat this as a legal advice. Kung meron kayong actual case, better consult a lawyer near you. Inform ko lang din kayo, I also run an anti-scam campaign and I published 2 ebooks. So if you want to avail any of these ebooks, just click any of the links below. Pero kung hindi kayo sure kung paano kayo makaka-avail, just send me an email dito sa address na to para mabigyan ko kayo ng detailed instructions and yung link. Okay, now let's discuss the case. Marami kayong mapupulot na aral dito. So si Marcos Batara, siya yung tatay ni Nobleza and Ernesto. May binentang property si Marcos Batara kay Benedicto in 1972 for a price of 40,000 pesos. At the time of sale, mga minor de edad pa itong sina Nobleza and Ernesto. And according to Nobleza and Ernesto, hindi sila aware of the property of their father. Nalaman lang daw nila ito noong 2007 when Nobleza received an order from the city treasurer na bayaran daw ang arrears ng lupa. At first, Nobleza asked Benedicto to either pay the purchase price or ibenta na lang sa third persons para mapaghatian nila yung benta or yung proceeds ng sale. Benedicto at first agreed but later failed to do so. After that, saka nagdemanda si Nobleza laban kay Benedicto. In their defense, si Benedicto, ang first installment payment niya daw was 3,000 pesos. But nung namatay si Marcos Batara in 1974, tinuloy niya daw ang pagbabayad sa kapatid ni Marcos na si Marcelo. After the first payment, binigay na ni Marcos Batara kay Benedicto yung titulo. Naipakita din ni Benedicto na siya ang nagbabayad ng amilyar since 1982. It was also in 1982 na nag-take possession of the property si Daisy on behalf of Benedicto. According to Benedicto, isa sa mga installment payments niya was also witnessed by Ernesto. Aminado sila Benedicto and Daisy na hindi nasusulat ang bentahan ng lupa. So, first ruling ng City Court of San Jose was in favor nitong mga anak ni Marcos. Ito sina Nobleza and Ernesto. So, si Benedicto was ordered to vacate the property. And ang sabi ng City Court, merong better right daw itong sina Nobleza and Ernesto as heirs of the registered owner na si Marcos, yun yung tatay nila. Yung sale daw kay Benedicto cannot be given effect kasi undocumented and unregistered. So si Benedicto, dahil talo siya, umapila siya sa Regional Trial Court. But again, talo ulit si Benedicto. So inelevate ulit yung case, papunta naman sa Court of Appeals, pero talo pa rin. Hanggang itong kasong to nakarating na sa Supreme Court. So, ito yung dagdag na tanong. Ano ba ang epekto ng payment ni Benedicto kay Marcelo? Si Marcelo, yan yung kapatid ng registered owner na si Marcos Batara. So, tsuhin itong si Marcelo nito ni Nobleza and Ernesto. Remember, in this case, si Marcelo ang tumanggap ng installment payments instead na yung mga anak ni Marcos na sina Nobleza and Ernesto. So, ito yung batas na nasa ruling ng Supreme Court. Ito lang yung ipopost ko kasi ito yung, for me, important dito sa discussion natin. Okay? Dito sa batas na to, basta bentahan ng real property like yung lupa, dapat daw made in a public document. Subscribed by the parties. So, sa madaling sabi, itong public document na sinasabi is the notarized deed of sale. So, notaryado before the notary public. However, hindi naman nakakaapekto sa validity ng sale kung ang bentahan ay private document lang. Halimbawa, deed of sale siya pero hindi notaryado. Paano dito sa case natin? Wala naman deed of sale kahit na private document pa. Dito sa kaso na to, as found by the Supreme Court, napatunayan nila Benedicto na binenta sa kanila ang lupa kahit walang kasulatan. So, here are the findings of the Supreme Court. Benedicto and Daisy describe in detail the sale in 1972, their possession of the property in 1982, pati yung sitwasyon ng property. Second, there are other witnesses na nagsasabi na personal nilang nakita na inabot ni Benedicto ang installment payment kay Marcelo. Third, ito for me, napaka-importante nito, yung titulo was delivered or binigay ni Marcos Batara kay Benedicto after the first payment. Fourth, si Benedicto and Daisy were able to take possession of the property. Fifth, nagbabayad sila ng real property tax or amilyar. So, baka yung iba sa inyo, curious, ano ba yung testimonya ni na Benedicto and Daisy? So, ito, ipa-flash ko sa screen yung kanilang mga relevant testimonies. So, dito sa case na to, sige, panalo sina buyers kasi napatunayan nilang binenta nga sa kanila yung property. Pero in this case, pinagbayad pa rin ng Supreme Court si Benedicto kina Noblesa nung other installment payments kasi walang authority si Marcelo tanggapin ang bayad on behalf of Noblesa and Ernesto. So, once paid, ito naman sina Noblesa and Ernesto were directed to execute a deed of sale in favor of Benedicto. So that ends our topic today. Sana marami kayong natutunan. For now, please like this video, share this with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to hit that notification bell icon para ma-notify kayo ng mga next videos ko na i-upload. Thank you very much.